Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that's right at the heart of what makes a business tick in the modern world: technology management. And we're going to see how it's not just about the IT help desk or having the latest gadgets. Nope, it's a core strategic weapon that can literally make or break a company. Let's get into it.
All right, so first things first. We've got to understand the world we're all playing in now, because the fundamental rules of what makes a business successful, they've been completely rewritten over the last couple of decades. The ground has totally shifted under our feet.
Back in the day, success was pretty straightforward. It was resource-based. If you owned the factory, if you controlled the supply chain, you had the advantage. Things were, relatively stable and predictable. But today, it's a whole different ballgame. We're living in an innovation-based economy. Now, it's all about speed, creativity, and how fast you can adapt. That's the new currency.
But what's really fascinating is that even with all this crazy change, the end goal hasn't changed one bit. As this great quote from the University of Tartu points out, if you want a successful company, you must have a sustainable competitive advantage. So the destination is the same, that long-term success, but the map to get there, well, that looks completely different now.
And this new reality, it creates a massive challenge. You've got startups that are born digital. They live and breathe change, they can pivot on a dime. But for those more established, old economy companies, it's tough. They often can't adapt that quickly, and they really struggle to weave digital tech into their DNA. This creates a huge gap between them and their newer, more nimble competitors.
So how do businesses bridge that gap? How do you actually harness all this disruptive technology instead of just getting swept away by it? Well, that brings us right to the core of our explainer today: technology management.
So let's get a really clear definition here. Technology management is the deliberate, thoughtful process of planning, developing, and putting your tech capabilities to work to hit your goals. You can think of it like this. It's the difference between just randomly buying a bunch of tools and hoping for the best versus being an architect who carefully chooses every single material to build a very specific, pre-planned building. It's all about being proactive, not reactive.
Now, to really get technology management, you've also got to understand its partner in crime, strategic management. This is the big picture thinking. It's about setting the major goals for the company based on a really deep understanding of what's going on both inside and outside the business. This is your North Star. It's the roadmap for the entire organization. And here it is. This is where it all clicks into place. You have to fuse these two ideas together. The magic word is strategic alignment. It's a simple but incredibly powerful rule. Every single technology decision, from buying new software to launching a huge digital project, it must directly serve the overall business strategy. If it doesn't, it's just expensive noise. Alignment is how you turn technology from a cost into a real valuable asset.
Okay, so that's the what. But how do leaders actually do this? How do they make it happen day to day? What are the tools they use to make sure all that tech is perfectly aligned with the strategy? Come on, let's open up the manager's toolkit.
It all starts with a clear, structured process, not just guesswork. First up, you set clear objectives. What are we trying to achieve? Then you scan the environment. What's happening out there? What are our competitors doing? With that info, you formulate and then implement your strategy. And finally, and this is key, you evaluate and control. Did we hit our targets? What worked? What didn't? It's a constant loop of learning and adapting. And a huge part of that environmental scanning step is this classic tool, the SWOT analysis. Now, when you apply this to technology, it becomes so powerful. You're forced to ask those really tough questions like, is our ancient software a critical weakness? Is our awesome data science team a unique strength? And hey, could that new AI technology be our next big opportunity, or is it a threat? Another vital concept managers use is the technology lifecycle. See, every piece of tech goes through these stages. For example, you probably don't want to be investing a ton of money in building new on-premise servers right now. That's a technology in decline. Cloud computing? That's mature. It's the standard. And what about something like generative AI? Well, that's in its growth phase, so maybe now's the time to experiment. Understanding this life cycle is absolutely critical for making smart investment decisions.
So we've got the theory, we've got the tools, but how does this all translate from a plan on a whiteboard into actual real-world results? Let's take a look at what it really takes to put this strategy into practice.
Look, effective management goes way beyond just having a plan. You have to build the right culture. That means encouraging collaboration so IT isn't stuck in a silo. It means investing in continuous learning so your team's skills stay sharp. You have to adopt agile methods, which basically just means working in short, flexible bursts to stay nimble. And, crucially, you have to measure the impact of everything so you can prove your tech investments are actually paying off.
Let's make this super concrete. Imagine a company needs a new customer relationship management system, a CRM. A strategically minded company doesn't just go out and buy the flashiest new thing. No way. They follow the process. Step 1, they identify their core business needs. What problem are we actually trying to solve? Step 2, they evaluate all the options out there against those needs. Step 3, they create a detailed plan for implementation. And step 4, they execute that plan and constantly monitor the results. That is strategy in action.
So let's wrap this up by bringing it all back to the big picture. We've covered a lot of ground here, but why is this so incredibly urgent for literally every business leader to understand right now? Okay, here's the bottom line. In today's fast-paced, innovation-driven world, managing your technology effectively isn't just a nice to have. It's not optional. It is absolutely essential for survival. It's the ticket to the game for any company that wants to grow or, frankly, even just exist in the years to come. And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Take a hard, honest look at your own organization. Ask yourself this: are you strategically managing your technology, using it as a deliberate tool to achieve your most important goals? Or is technology managing you, pulling your organization in a dozen different directions? The answer to that question truly, truly matters.